What's going on, everybody? My name is Jay Statik, and this is the Statik Sessions. Today we're going to be doing a song breakdown for Diljit's Patola song, music by Deep Jandu. So we're going to be going through, figuring out what he used, how they made the song, all that kind of stuff. So let's get right into it. So as you can see, if we jump into the song right now, that there is about 40-ish, 45 layers. I think that's the magic number, honestly. A lot of the tracks I have, they end up being about 40-ish layers. They always add up as soon as you start doubling stuff up, or you start adding in effects or adding in any of that stuff. It just starts adding and becoming more and more layers. For this song itself, Deep sent me what he had added in there, and then we sat down together and we added some more stuff that he wanted to add in. Now, you guys know the song. It's on Diljit's album. If we go through the layers, I'll show you in order what he added. So starting off with the bass. Simple bass line. With that bass line, add in that little Vogue. So without it, it would have sounded like this. All that does is like bring out that super low end, which is underneath. And I think it's needed sometimes, especially with bass guitars. I feel like we're in the age of like 808s and stuff like that. You got to kind of compromise and get close to. But then he had a kick. This kick is super sub heavy, so I had to get rid of some of the low end just so it made space for the sub from the bass guitar. So we had that in there. I think I added a tom with him. Yeah, it's like a tom, so it adds a bounce to it. Really quick bounce. Added a thud, you know, gotta have that in there. Added a crash. He had a little bit of a clap snap thing in there. And the song was really simple because a lot of this stuff is percussion based. I think melody wise, there's only like 2-ish melodies in here, nothing crazy. Then I think he's got this little fill. Yeah, really simple fill. Some hi-hats throughout the song. Then he had these. Some effects, some, you know, downfall, some risers. Simple effect from Deep. Yeah, so had all those. Then it came down to the Desi instruments. So now for that, he wanted to sound a little bit old school, so I'll show you what it sounds like. That's the original, and then he asked me to kind of make it sound a little bit old schoolish. So I really simply added this isotope vinyl, dropped it down to 1930, literally didn't touch anything else. For that, I added in the CLA guitars. I turned the reverb down a little bit, and because it's old school, it's not like super reverby, and then got rid of the low end and made it sound old school like that. Now it sounds like it's being played at a, you know, concert hall in Punjab. Then we had some of this. Simple chords, which I believe were being played under the thumbi, which is right here. Simple enough. CLA guitars again with some low end rolled off, and then we come down to this section. Easy enough, and then he has a whole section of thumbis that we added. Easy enough, added that in. Then we use this Del Mar synth from Dance 2. That just adds like a punch to the sound itself.
Deep Jandu.I'll Diljit Dosanjh.
Okay, now add this. Needed that old school Dixie type of sound. So to that, also added some isotope vinyl just to make it sound old school. Dropped down to 1970. Added some JJP drums and some Renaissance just to bring out that attack. So I'll show you guys what it sounds like without it and then with it. That's it. Make it sound a little bit old school, but still work at the same time. Threw in a lot of sub drops in this song. Because why not? I think we have multiple layers of vocals, which are... That's obviously Diljit's vocal. And then you got Core B's. And then you got Deep's, which is... signature Deep. We'll go through Core B's vocals first. We'll save, best for last. Why not save Diljit for last? Core B's vocals, really simply, not too many effects. Right here, we got UAD API. That's to control everything that's going on in the song. So listen to it with just that. Easy enough. Add some, API. It's not even being used that much. It's just to control any super transients. And then you got this. To me, it sounded really bass heavy. I don't know why. I think it was a recording. I'm not sure where it got recorded, but it just sounded really, really bass heavy for some reason. After that, got rid of some of the sharp frequencies around 3500 and 2000. Makes it less sharp. Add some thickness or weight back into it by compressing it. Makes it sound really smooth. And then added some JJP to give it some life once again. Now I want to control some of that high end. Add some FabFilter MB. Add some Renaissance Axe just to give it that, punch. And then the RVox. It gives a nice attack to the vocal, which I thought sounded really cool. As you can tell, there were two other vocals in here. I'm not going to show those just because I'm pretty sure they wouldn't want me to. They're just dummy vocals from someone. But yeah, that's that one take layer I got. Added that in. Makes it sound bomb. For Deep, when it comes to ad-libs, he's got so much energy, it's not really hard to do. So for Deeps, it was a little bit bass heavy. Got rid of some of the low end. Added some JJP and added some LA2A and just automated a lot of his stuff. So if you look over here, it's at 0. Look over here, it's -7. I think near the end, you'll probably see it go back up. Yeah, back up to 0. Just to make sure that during the song, he's not interfering with any of the vocals that are being played. Instead of making another track, for me, it's just easier to do automation. For the man himself, Mr. Diljit, he's got 2 layers of vocals, nothing crazy. All we did was, let me mute this. So this is what it sounds like raw-ish, because I'm not showing you without autotune. Sounds good. Like, sounds really good, actually. That sounds like how a flat recording should sound, to me, personally. So, added some LA2A. Added API 2500. Yeah, nothing crazy. Just there, just in case, basically. Now I got rid of some low end, added in some high end. This high end that I added in, I actually didn't add in until I was done the entire vocal chain. Then I decided to go back and add it in, because once I add that high end back in, because it's being controlled so much, it doesn't sound like it's just coming in. It sounds like it's being compressed and added in. It's weird. In my head, it kind of works sometimes, but that's an after effect after I've done the entire vocal chain. So really what I did was this. Just get rid of some of that low end, clean it up a little bit, but I'll go back into showing this afterwards. Added some Q2, got rid of some low mid sharp weirdness, which I never really do, but in this vocal I did. Added some LA2A back into it, smooth it back out. Sounds really nice. JJP to bring that life back into the vocals. And then some FabFilter MB just to flatten stuff back out. Some RVox, bring it back to the front. De-essing, because I know Little, there's a little bit of sharpness with the de-essing. Add some Q2, got rid of something around 3K. Now it's probably at this point where I was like, you know what? It needs some high end back in there. Threw this in. And then some overall compression, and literally we were good to go. And that's it, man. Just all good, all done, nothing crazy. Go into some of these little effects at the bottom that we added in. And going into the effects that we added in, we got this. Sports car sound. Nothing crazy. That's literally it. So that's what that sounds like. Easy enough. That's the song itself. Now, when it comes to mastering, for me, it was pretty simple. We wanted to keep the song a little bit more dynamic. Didn't want it to sound like the current stuff because it's, again, supposed to be an old school sounding song. So keep it more, you know, dynamic, less super compressed, all that kind of stuff. But we still need to do the mastering chain, which is a lot of compression, a lot of loudness, a lot of that stuff. But at least the instruments themselves were a little bit less compressed, minus the vocals. You know, got rid of 20 hertz, 20K, got rid of the information on the sides from the low end, added in some width, and then we went straight to the classic clipper from T-Rex, straight to a limiter, and then got that loudness that we were looking for. And so if we listen to it and we take a look at it, you guys will see what happens. And that's it. Song's mixed and mastered. Diljit's happy, Deep's happy, everybody's happy. That's all we're looking for at this point. Make sure everyone gets what they want. And that is the overall process for mixing Diljit's song Patola by Deep Jandu. And that is it for the song breakdown for Diljit's song Patola by Deep Jandu. Now, this song, definitely an honor for me to have a Diljit song mixed and mastered on the album. I thought it was kind of cool. So if you guys enjoyed the video, if you're a previous watcher, if you're a new subscriber, if you're an old subscriber, whatever it might be, please keep on sharing these videos. Keep on liking, keep on commenting. Click that little bell for future notifications. Until next time, see you guys soon.